The descent into Maya's world wasn't a fall. It was a slow, warm sink into quicksand. In the beginning, it felt like being chosen by a sun. Maya was vibrant, a whirlwind of us against the world energy. She'd text Leo 30 times a day, not out of need, she said, but because he was the only person who truly got her. The shift happened in the quiet spaces. The erasure. It started with small observations. Maya didn't like his best friend, Sarah. She looks at you like she owns you, Leo. It makes me feel so unsafe. Out of loyalty to Maya's fragile heart, Leo stopped taking Sarah's calls. Then it was his sister. Then his Thursday night poker games. Soon, Leo's world was a map with only one destination, Maya. The emotional weather. Living with Maya was like living in a house where the thermostat was controlled by a ghost. One morning, he'd wake up to breakfast in bed and whispered promises. By noon, he was being interrogated because he took 12 minutes too long to buy milk. "If you loved me, you'd have checked your phone," she'd say, her voice dropping to a terrifying, calm skin. "But I forgot, I'm just an option to you." When he tried to defend himself, the kitchen sinking began. She would bring up a mistake he made 3 years ago, his student debt, and his tone, until Leo was the one apologizing for her yelling at him. He became an expert at the apology, a practice script designed to bring the screaming back down to a simmer. The mirror crack. The breaking point wasn't a grand explosion. It was a realization of his own disappearance. One night, Leo looked at an old photo of himself. He looked heavy-eyed now, his shoulders permanently hiked toward his ears. He realized Maya didn't love him. She loved the way he reflected her. He was a 24-hour crisis manager for a crisis she was constantly manufacturing. When he finally packed a bag, she didn't cry. She laughed. "You think anyone else will put up with your baggage? You're nothing without me." The aftermath leaving was the hardest thing he'd ever done. For months, the silence of his new apartment felt like a trap. He kept waiting for the floor to drop, for the guilt to set in, for the "I'm sorry" text that would drag him back. But the text never came. Instead, he slowly started to hear his own voice again, the one Maya had spent years shouting over. He realized that love shouldn't feel like an endurance test, and a partner isn't supposed to be a person you have to survive.